All right, people, Catfish Dave here on my home lake, Fort Loudoun Reservoir. Proper name is Fort Loudoun Reservoir. It is late August. I done a fishing trip yesterday and the day before, and I've got some leftover bait. Reason I'm wanting to fish in this lake is, well, I don't have long to fish today. A lot of storms supposed to move in. It's a late morning, probably about 11:30. And I'd like to use up this old bait. I hate to waste bait. And if it's a bad video, I can just put it on the Catfish or Cool channel. But either way, I've got fish. I rode along this deeper section here yesterday when I was on Nickajack. The fish in the actual reservoir part were very deep, over 70 foot. There is no 70 foot in this section, so I'm just hitting the deepest, which is 60 foot range. There is a 70 foot small area over there, but we're looking for deep water. That's the pattern the fish seem to be in. As you can see here, I've got 1 and 2.5 skipjack and some white bass here. We're going to start out suspend fishing while it's still a little bit of morning bite left, if there is any morning bite left. And if it don't rain me out, I will drag the afternoon hours. Yeah, these clouds are building up fast. Let's drop I had this stuff pre-cut up from fishing Nickajack yesterday. Let's drop one of these down. We'll drop a headpiece on the other side. Yeah, I just rode along and I'm starting to see a fish or two. I doubt there's any flow here at all because this is the first lake in the Tennessee River system. See it down in the mud? There we go. Give it another turn. Yeah, we are the first lake in the Tennessee River chain right here. Yeah, man, look at these big boats. Here comes just, I mean, that's one of those whaling ships right there. My baits are going to be jumping up like 10 feet at a time after he goes by. There's one reason I do not like to fish in the summertime on a weekend. Today is Saturday, and my gosh, at the wave that thing's going to put out right there. Whenever the boat stops rocking, we might have a shot at catching a fish. Right now, for a few minutes, the boat's going to be jumping up and down so bad the fish ain't going to be able to catch the bait. Let's get it down anyway. If I thought there was any flow, I would take one of these dragon rods or two and throw them out for a second. Yeah, and when I get hit with these waves, it's probably going to swing my boat around a bit. One reason I'm not going to throw a rod out. Won't hurt me suspending. But yeah, we'll let these waves chill out here. They're coming. They're on the way. I'm going to check the actual time. It's 11:36, so the morning bite is pretty much getting over with. I'm going to go ahead and put a, well, my boat felt funny. That's because of the waves that's coming. Felt like my feet were going out from under me. Put this over the camera. Keep it cool. It is August. There we go. These waves will hit the shore and then they'll bounce back and they'll hit me again. They'll go to the other shore. They'll bounce back and they'll come over here and hit me again. It'll be about 25 minutes of waves from one boat. Yeah. I did not take a shower. I drove back from Chattanooga, got to bed kind of late, and woke up late this morning. I said, you know what? I should use up this old bait. Either way, I'm nasty. I'm a dirty catfisherman. Typically, I can't stand to be in the sun if I haven't showered because you're all sticky feeling, your head's all greasy. It don't matter too much how I look if this video is going on the Catfish or Cool channel anyway. The only way it wouldn't go on the Catfish or Cool channel is if I caught something really big. I would go ahead and put it on my main channel. Yeah, the bite in general has been slow. I think the post-spawn bite is over with, and so they're kind of fed up. I'm not expecting any high numbers from what I've seen the last few trips out. Come on. Come on. Quit rocking. I'm gonna go ahead and get some hydration out of the cooler here. Ooh, I need to plug my camera in. This is a brand new DJI camera, and I'm wanting to try it out on this Catfish or Cool video. Yeah, this is a brand new camera, so if anything goes wrong, I'll be losing a Catfish or Cool video instead of a Catfish Dave video. I figured this would be a good time to try it out. It's a spare, you never know. Things happen, cameras go bad. I went ahead and bought 2 more of these DJI Osmo Action 4s simply because I know how to use them. I was having a lot of issues last winter losing audio in a lot of videos and scrapping videos. I believe it was because I got that camera wet inside. So far, I'm having no issues with the newer cameras after I replaced that camera. I know I got it wet multiple times. They claim they're waterproof, but not when you have this external stuff plugged in, microphones, external charging cables. They are no longer waterproof when you do that. These mics are not waterproof. These cameras would be terrible for video purposes without these mics because the wind noise on these things is the worst I've ever heard on any camera. So you have to have a mic. My very first camera, the microphone area was accessible, and you could take some electrical tape and some foam and tape that up, and it would block the wind noise, and you would never have to wear a microphone. These have multiple microphones everywhere that pick up a ridiculous amount of wind, and there's no way to block them. Kind of a stupid design. Who doesn't want good audio in a video? Yeah, boy, there's a fish on my screen. I've seen a couple. That's why I stopped. There's one right now coming into the screen again, so. Of course, my rods are like yo-yos, all from that one boat. Sure is a lot of boats in the water. Yeah, they're doing circles. Now they're coming back this way. Well, y'all, I've got 2 fish on my screen now. One right over the top of the other. Just swimming around my baits. Here again, this is a high pressure reservoir. All these fish that are in here have been caught before, probably multiple times. A fish that's been caught 5 times is going to be harder to catch than a fish that's been caught like twice because they learn their lesson. Man, it is humid out here. Holy jeez. all this rocking up, I'll just drag because it's a lot better to drag when it's real wavy. I mean, they can't even catch the bait when it's like this, you know what I mean? I hate this lake, I really do. All right, y'all, I'm not seeing much action, so I'm gonna slowly move the boat through this section here. We're gonna set it about 0.2. It's a fairly consistent in depth, so it's not too hard to suspend drift. Yeah, we're gonna crawl along through this thing here. Let me get my map a little bigger. Every time I see fish, I might stop a second. I seen fish here, it didn't do me no good, so these fish have already been caught 5 times. We'll move on down. I'm looking for a fish that's only been caught once or twice that you could still entice to bite. That's what we're looking for. There's a fish right there on the screen. We'll suspend and move, looking for that fish that's only been caught once or twice. There's just way too many boats in this lake for me to want to be on it. Here comes another big wave maker. And it ain't even noon yet, you know what I mean? One thing you probably won't see in this video is a time where the boat is not rocking. Yeah, there is fish down there, y'all. There's another one. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust my baits before I get hit with these big waves from this other boat, because we've gotten a little deeper. And it's hard to adjust them when the boat is rocking real bad. And then another one. We're adjusted. Now all we got to do is, and here's another big boat right after that one. I mean, just literally right after that one. We may have to drag, y'all, because it's a lot easier to drag in these waves than it is to suspend. Yeah, some big, I mean, that's one of them tuna marlin type boats, just going wide open. Got some kind of helicopter thing spinning around and around on the top. Yeah, boy. Fun. Lots of fun out here. Yeah, the boat keeps a rocking and I feel dirty. There was a band in the 70s, I think it was called Foreigner. They had a song called Dirty Catfisherman. We'll be down here in 60 foot before it's over with. Looking for that fish that's only been caught once or twice. I think that's the reason that dragging works so well in my area, is these fish have all been fished for and caught for years, and they've seen the other traditional methods. And dragging's only been around, you know, about 7 or 8 years as far as catfish wise. I mean, there's other guys that troll for other fish. But yeah, it became popular with catfishing, you know, just like 6 or 7 years ago. So, you know, it's something different that these fish haven't seen. There's another fish there. Just looking for that one that's only been caught once or twice, because they've all been caught here. I'm just a dirty white boy. Dirty white boy. Dirty white boy. Now, back in the old days, before catfishing got popular, before these fish had all been caught 4 or 5 times. A place like this would be an excellent place to fish for catfish. In theory, we're doing the right thing. 68 feet. Yeah, we started out in front of that creek and we have moved down to here. So far, we have passed some fish and not one single nibble. Nothing. Fix to get hit with some waves again from one of those same boats. I'm gonna go ahead and check my radar. It's looking awful dark beyond the bluff there. 12:22. We've been out here about almost an hour without a nibble. And it's kind of what I expected on this lake. Let's check the radar. Yep, there's stuff around me. No, oh my goodness, there's stuff all around me. Thank you. Yeah, I am fixing to get hit with some rain. Well, all right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and cut up some white bass, get ready for dragging here. I'm not going to sit here all day. I've got some cut up. I want to try a couple of these smaller ones, these tender ones. Chum them up. Because we're going to drag probably 2 skipjack and 2 white bass to start with. There we go. Yeah, it's raining over there. I'm going to go ahead and cut up some skipjack too. Chum them up. All right, y'all. Over an hour suspend baiting. Not the first nibble. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to drag. I'm going to, for one, go to a different depth of water because these in this depth are not eating, so I'm going to head on down river and we'll start dragging up. Go ahead and warm my motor up. You gotta have fish in a fishing video. And sometimes this is just the best way to go in this lake and watch bar. Go ahead and start getting everything ready while my motor's warming up. Got the old dragon setups, 4 of them. Some spread 'em planer boards by Wesley Mann. I can't travel with this umbrella up, so we may be needing it once we get down there for the rain. As long as there's no lightning, we'll press on. Lightning hits, I'm going back to the ramp. I don't have any insurance. Yeah, I see it absolutely pouring the rain over there. It's just not moving. It's getting worse. It's moving closer, about right where we're going to go, actually. Yeah, it's starting to rain. Let me put a bag over this camera. And it's that sideways rain because the wind's blowing, blah, 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 blah. So that means it's gonna blow under the umbrella. But this will be good for travel. There we go. I dropped my hat in the gosh dang river. It blew off. Gosh dang it. It'll help. Of course, the rain's going sideways. All right, y'all, my hat blew off in the river and it didn't sink. I was able to go back and get it. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on because it's raining and I don't want to get wet. Either way, we're here. We're gonna try it. Gotta get a video for the Catfish Are Cool channel. Let's throw a headpiece on. We're gonna throw skipjack on orange rods, white bass on green rods. Totally different water depth. This is getting around somewhat of a mussel bed type area. Go ahead and deploy it. You have seen how we deploy a dragon rig. Clip on the old spread 'em planer board. And try to catch a fish out of this dag-blasted Fort Loudoun reservoir. We'll put heads on the right side of the boat, chunks on the left side of the boat. There's a white bass head. In case they're preferring one or the other. Not much flow in the river. Let me speed up to get deployed. There's plenty of current. It's a lot easier and faster to get deployed. This lake doesn't carry much current. Probably one of the reasons the fishing's so bad in the summer here. Besides the fact they've all been caught 5 times. Most has got one eye. Some have only got no eyes. Yeah. Either way, we'll spread them wide. I'm gonna put this over here, make it easier to grab. Skipjack chunk. If the chunk ain't junk, we won't see a skunk. Go ahead and lock that one down. Give that one a toss. Go ahead and lock the board down on this one. Put the board on this one. Pretty easy to put on. Little speed clip, just slides on. Clip the top, throw it out there. Grab a white bass chunk for the green rod. and we will officially be deployed. I'm going to grab a bigger white bass chunk. Let's grab this great big one. Tough old thing. Tough scales. We'll see what they want. Yeah, boy. She just hit the bottom. There we go. We are set. I'll lock that, clip this, drop it out there, and we are deployed. I'm gonna set this over here. Yes, sir. We're officially fishing again. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, this is typically the best way to go in this lake, unless you catch it at a really good time. If we'd been here earlier, or maybe at dark, you might have better success the other way. Not in the middle of the day. I didn't get out here late because I didn't get home till late. Didn't even shower. I come out here because I had bait, and I'm just a dirty catfisherman. It's either this or I was going to sit home and edit and just throw this bait in the woods. We'll give it a fair chance to be bait again in this lake right here, which ain't much. It is the worst lake in the Tennessee River system. There's some dag-blasted dog barking at me. I think we got a bite on the white bass head there. First bite of the day. About 10 minutes into the drag. Small fish. I better go ahead and hydrate. There goes that dog again. All I do is move around a little bit and he gets all alarmed. I got a roast beef sandwich from the Publix. I may get it out. Yeah. Go ahead and bite into this. Probably eat about half of it. Save the other half. Wrap it up so the flies don't get on it. Oh! Yeah! That is a skipjack chunk while I'm eating my sandwich. Yeah, pulling pretty good too. Pulling pretty good. I know it's going to happen. He's going to end up splashing my sandwich. I'm running 0.8 through this thing. Not much current. Trying to give these baits some action. We'll see what we got here. Small fish can pull hard this time of year. I just hope when he gets up here he don't splash my sandwich. And I'm happy to see a fish here on old Fort Loudoun Reservoir. Coming right up the middle. Thank you. Staying out of my lines. Come on up, fish. Normally I slow the boat down when I do this, but just take some of the resistance off. Skipjack chunk. The chunk wasn't junk. Hey, just an old typical Fort Loudoun size fish. That figures. That's what I expected. The lake is performing as expected. Sure is. Come on up here. Do not splash my sandwich. Look how far, he's slined my line all the way up. Come on, man. Don't splash my sandwich. He slimed that line past the three-way and the weight. Come on, man. Let me get another bite out of this before he ruins it. That leader is so slimy I don't want to grab it. Old marked up fish. Old summertime special. He's got the line slimed all the way up into here. Probably rolled the line up. Bud, you look like you've been hit by a bus all from that little hook. Yeah. Open that jaw and it'll come out. Old summertime special. I'm gonna set him in the water really easy so he don't splash my sandwich. And he still tried to get it. Guys say, oh, don't worry about the water getting in your sandwich. Man, this stuff is full of bacteria this time of year. People peeing in the lake and everything else. Well, I don't really want to grab my sandwich now. But if I don't, a fly is going to get on it. And that'll ruin my day. I think I'm going to eat some Craven crackers and Monterey pepper jack cheese here. A Craven's pretty much a Ritz with a different name. Yep, white bass head got a nibble. Uh-oh. Well, I'm eating the cheese. Skipjack chunk. Skipjack chunk. Come on in here. The only thing we may catch a fish on is a skipjack chunk. because both skipjack chunks have been nailed. Everything else just kind of sitting there. Yeah, he hit it good. We'll see what we got. He don't feel too bad. I mean, he's bigger than that first one. Definitely heavier. Let me slow the boat down for this one. Slow down to about 0.3. Bigger than the first one. Get away from the back of the boat, man. Come around this way. Yeah, he's bigger than the first one. See what we got here. If you don't get in my prop, that's the direction the line's going. Yeah, he's definitely bigger than the first one. Uh-oh, he's pulling some line there. Yeah, we might got a nice fish on here. Dragging. These fish ain't seen as much as this. There he is. Nice fish for this lake. There he is. Skipjack chunks is obviously where it's at. And we're only pulling one of those. Yeah. That's a nice fish for this lake. Yeah, sure is. Old scarred up male. Where's that hook at? Right there. Got some spots healing up here and up there. Yeah, buddy. The old Dirty Catfisherman got you. That boat would quit rocking. There she is. No. Almost a picture fish considering it's out of this lake, but tournament winner. Poser. That's a tournament winner here. Yeah. Old wider headed male. And skipjack chunks is what they're eating. We might catch one on something else eventually, but 2 times in a row at a 4 boards out, that's what they're eating. Either way, you can catch fish any day, even if you're a dirty catfisherman fishing this way. That's why I do it. Fish see it coming by and they can't help but chew it. Something they ain't seen before. The bait's actually moving. Looks like it's swimming down the river. Almost kind of like a live bait. And when the fishing's a bummer in a summer, sometimes that's the only way you can get your bait ate. Either way, I didn't have a lot of skipjack chunks in this boat. I do have a few more, and I'm gonna throw another on. Oh man, my tape cut out. I cut myself deep on a white bass, and it's split way down. My gosh dang old bacterialized bandage here come off. And I'd kind of like to keep it on. If I could. It's real nasty, but I'm nasty anyway today because I'm a dirty catfisherman. We'll throw another chunk on out, see what's swimming about. If you get 3 off a chunk and everything else is a skunk, that means the rest of your bait is junk. That's what it means. All right, y'all, I'm gonna do something that I rarely do, and that is drag with the current. Now, we don't have no current to speak of, so the current won't mess me up. A lot of times you'll find the bite is way better dragging upriver is the main reason I do it. But today I'm kind of in a lazy mood, and I'd like to go up through that same spot again that we drug through. And I don't feel like reeling everything in, pulling the trolling motor up, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just gonna make a U-turn. We're gonna go back down the other side of this thing, go in the opposite direction until I get down where I started. And I'm just gonna loop this 38 to 40 foot section here. Tends to have some mussels on it, which attracts fish in the summer, post-spawn fish. So yeah, we're just gonna go back around, go down, and then come back up. And it'd be interesting to see if I can catch a fish going with the current. Oh shoot! On the head, and he come off. That was a big bite. He pulled some drag and he come off on the white bass head. Gosh dang it. Going down river. He nailed it, pulling drag, just had it in his teeth. Those bigger fish do that in this lake because they've already been caught 7 times. And so they know to do that. Try to rip it off the hook. Either way, that's usually what happens when a big one actually bites in this lake. Man, that was a good bite right there. I had my nose down in my phone and I heard the bite. I didn't even see the bite. Heard the drag start coming out the reel. All I can say to that is dag blessed it. Yeah, man, that was a good one, I believe. I can't catch too big of a fish. I won't be able to put it on the Catfish or Cool channel. Have to go on my other channel. So I guess it's a good thing we didn't catch it. Oh, hey, get off, get out of here. Get away from my baits. Just get on out of here. Those birds are evil. I caught one time. That's the most vicious bird you can get a hold of right there if you ever get a hold of one. Get on out of here. I do not want to catch another one. Yeah, you just go on. Which one of those got bit, y'all? I was blocking a spam caller. They're always calling me, and I don't need no gosh dang spam. I can just buy it myself at the dollar store. People always wanting to sell you something. I thought I blocked you. All right, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and start turning the boat. That'll get the sun out of my face. We're gonna go back the other way. Nothing actually caught going downriver. One big bite. Another couple small bites. And here again, I'm kind of glad I didn't catch that one, because if I would have caught it, I would have had to put the video on the Catfish Dave channel. I've already got videos for that channel. That's why I go places like Nickajack, Chickamauga. Those guys in that old 78 pontoon boat sound like they're playing music from the Soul Train. That's on the skipjack head, on the turnaround. And like I say, going sideways is better than going down. At least we're catching something on a different bait. Yeah, buddy. Come on in here. Old Fort Lousy blue catfish. This is one of them younger ones. It's only been caught twice. And he ain't learned his lesson yet. He is trying to get in my other line there pretty hard. I don't know if he missed it or not. He went straight down in it. Not gonna slow the boat down for this fish. Feeling too much tail kicking. Come on in here. Yeah, he got it. See the board turning around? He got it. Let me go ahead and pop it. That's why it's one reason it's hard to get in. I seen him going for it. Either way, I got to get turned around here. We're going to be up on the bank. Come on in here, old rolling fish. Got a big mess going on. I'd love to see him get out of that, but he ain't. He's dragging it with him. He went right under it. Yeah. What can happen, man, he's gonna have a real mess. What can happen is you can get hit on the other line while this is going on. Second biggest fish of the day. And I have got to turn this boat around or we're gonna have problems. Come on in here. No, in the net, dude. Golly. See, they've been caught a couple times and he knows how to evade the net. We got him there. Go ahead and turn this boat before I get some major problems. Yeah, he's the second biggest fish. One this size may have been caught 3 times. Either way, I've got a mess right now. Let's get him unhooked. Yeah, I'd say this one's been caught 3 times. This makes number 4 for you, buddy. Yeah, bud. Let's straighten this old mess out. I'd hate for a big fish to hit this bait right now. And it can happen, so turn the boat some more. I'm just a dirty white boy. Dirty white boy. Dirty white boy, dirty white boy, dirty white boy. On the chunk, 'cause the chunk ain't junk. No, it ain't. 3 out of 4. Wait a minute. Yeah, 3 out of 4 came on the chunk. 1 on the head. 1 good one missed on the white bass head. This is definitely one of those. This is a Watts bar size fish. I can tell by the tail kicking. If I wanted to catch a bunch of small ones, I'd go to Watts bar. Yeah, that's just an old dinky thing right there. That fish swam through the locks from Watts bar and got into Fort Loudoun. Sure did. Come on up here. My bait's still hanging there. That fish right there is something I'd about cut up and use for bait. But I guess I'll let him go. If I get another one that size, I will. Yeah. Oh, dinky thing. Now don't get my bandage took off here. Dinky dinky. I'll reuse that. I think I will. I'm wondering how long it's going to take to actually land a fish on a piece of white bass today. I tell you what, I've seen many a summer bite where that's the only thing you could catch them on. And now the biggest bite I had did come on that white bass head, but here again, fish that size in this lake have been caught 7 times, and they know how to evade the hook. That's a chunk, that's a chunk, that's a chunk. Catch up to him. Yeah. Yeah. The chunk ain't junk. Imagine what we'd catch if we had chunks on 4 rods. I'm gonna slow the boat down a little bit. This one's resisting pretty good. The chunk ain't junk. I just got them other baits out there to see if I can catch something on them. Kind of like a game, I guess. I'll leave them out there hoping and wishing. But when 4 out of 5 fish, I think, come on a chunk, that's telling you something. Come on, old blue catfish. See what we got here. Boy, when they hit it, they hit it. See what we got. He ain't too much, just pull good. Get in there. He just pulled good. Might have had a bite on the head right there. Yeah, we do. We got one pulling on that head. Like I say, I expect the bite to get better the farther we get away from the hour of suck. Fish just pulling on that head. He's still pulling on it. Old slimy fish. I'm fixing to fish in front of the ramp for just a bit, but we're probably going in. I got a storm there. I got a storm there. And radar says it's going to hit me in the next 30 minutes or so. So, yeah. Don't need to ruin my camera, mics, and don't need no lightning strikes. Like I say, I ain't got health insurance. All right, y'all, got a heavy shower coming this way. Got one over that way, and it's supposed to really fire up today, so we're gonna call it. By the time I get this boat on the trailer, I'll be lucky to beat that over there. Didn't want to waste no bait. Needed a video for the Catfish or Cool channel, so at least we got some bait put to use. About 5 fish in an hour and a half out here in the heat of August, middle of the day. Hey, that ain't bad. Either way, this is a video. There was some fish in the video. That makes the fishing video. This is the Dirty Catfisherman signing out.